Coming up on WTOL 11, people in Tiffin are reeling after a murder-suicide claimed the lives of 4 people, including 2 young children. Tonight, we'll have a live look as the community holds a vigil. Plus, days after unveiling a U.S. peace plan, President Trump called out Ukraine on social media. As lawmakers and the Ukrainian ambassador voiced strong concerns over the proposal. And racing for turkeys and giving back. Toledo runners raising donations at the Turkey Trot, while Colton Strong kids delivered toys to local families. Well, welcome into WTOL 11 News on Plus. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thank you so much for joining us on your Sunday evening. We'll get to all those top stories and more in just a moment, but first, we'll send you over to meteorologist John Birchfield. John, a sunny weekend, but I understand you guys are tracking a storm system that could impact holiday travel.
Yeah, Michael, we've got one more dry day. That storm system is going to be here by daybreak Tuesday, so tomorrow is going to be the day to hang up those Christmas lights if you haven't done so already. Outdoor activities will be a go. Staying milder, there is going to be a little more late day cloud cover with highs that'll be in the 50s, so a really nice outdoor day, but that system comes in by Tuesday morning. Staying fairly mild Sunday evening. Temperatures right around 50 degrees in the metro, turning a little cooler north and west in Hillsdale and Williams counties. Hour by hour does bring us down to the lower 30s for the commute. Afternoon highs will be in the mid 50s. Staying mild, not quite as breezy, with a southerly wind between 5 to 10 miles an hour and a little more late day cloud cover. That storm system is going to be here before daybreak Tuesday, and wet travel conditions likely Tuesday, especially during the morning. Now, by the middle of the week, a much colder breeze is going to develop and a drop in temperatures will take shape. Here's a snapshot of the hour by hour forecast. I have a full hourly breakdown coming up in just a few minutes. Michael.
See you then. We continue to follow a tragic murder-suicide out of Tiffin that led to the deaths of 4 people, including 2 young children. We have a live look right now as members of the community are holding a vigil to mourn the losses and support the mother of the children. Now, the vigil is taking place in East Green Park in Tiffin. You can see right now hundreds and hundreds of people are there holding candles. They're honoring those lives. Now, for those just catching the story now, police tell us the mother of the children had returned to her home on Huss Street to remove belongings due to ongoing domestic issues. She had arranged for Dustin Willie, 29, the father of her oldest child, to help her move out while her husband, Ryan Egan, 42, was believed to be working out of town. However, police say Egan returned home unexpectedly, and when he found the scene, he shot and killed Willie, the 2 children, both a 7-year-old and a 7-month-old, and then finally shot himself. The mother of the children was present when all of this occurred. The grandmother to the children, Carrie Green, has a GoFundMe where you can donate to help with funeral costs and support the mother through this tragic time. Now, we will have a reporter at the vigil right now. We'll have a full recap tonight at 11. Hundreds of U.S. airport workers are getting a $10,000 incentive for having perfect attendance during the government shutdown. But some TSA workers in Sacramento, California say they're still not getting paid nearly 2 weeks after the shutdown ended. A TSA spokesperson now says about 90% of workers have received back pay.
The government shutdown ended at 43 days. Before TSOs, they've been living the shutdown for 52 days. And the agency should keep their promise of pay for our employees.
Employees are being told the rest will be paid by Monday. The U.S. Office of Personnel Management says as far as when workers could be paid, it would be, quote, as soon as possible, just in time for the holiday rush. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in Switzerland this weekend, meeting with European and Ukrainian officials to hammer out a possible peace deal that bring the war between Russia and Ukraine to an end. Willie James Inman is in Washington with the latest.
President Trump issued a message on social media Sunday taking aim at Ukraine, days after the U.S. proposed a peace plan to end Russia's war with Ukraine. On Truth Social, the president wrote, "I inherited a war that should have never happened. Ukraine leadership has expressed zero gratitude for our efforts." U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was in Switzerland for talks with Ukrainian and European leaders regarding a possible peace deal.
I think this is a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process, going back to when we first came into office in January.
The U.S. 28-point proposal would end the war, but force Ukraine to give up a fifth of its territory, some under Russian occupation. Ukraine would also have to shrink its military about a third and be barred from joining NATO.
This plan is not about the justice and the truth of this war and the aggression.
Several U.S. lawmakers have expressed concern about the proposal as well.
It is a horrible deal for Ukraine, for our allies, and even for our own national security. If Putin gets the chance with that deal to, rearm, rebuild his economy, and gained territory, by the way, that's what he wanted. Well, then the Baltics, Poland, Romania, all those other countries down the line are at threat.
President Trump is pushing Ukraine and Russia to commit to a peace deal by Thanksgiving Day. In a statement today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked President Trump and European partners. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
Sticking with national headlines, the building threat of military action towards Venezuela has many Americans scratching their heads. Now, according to CBS polls done from November 19th and November 21st, across party lines, big majorities say the administration needs to explain what the U.S. intends regarding action. It has not done so clearly yet. Americans do not think Venezuela as a major threat to the U.S., largely opposing potential military action. Now, the idea of potential U.S. military action in Venezuela meets with wide disapproval. It doesn't get overwhelming backing from Republicans either. 3 in 4 Americans also say Trump would need congressional approval before taking action in Venezuela, including just over half of Republicans. The current military attacks on boats suspected of bringing drugs finds division as well. Just over half approve, driven by nearly universal support among Republicans. President Trump is renewing his call for the arrest of a group of Democratic lawmakers who urge troops to disobey illegal orders that might be issued by the administration. Earlier today, Trump on social media repeated his assertion that the move was, quote, sedition at the highest level. The 6 lawmakers who previously served in the military or intelligence community posted the video message later in the week on social media. In response, Trump called the post, quote, seditious behavior punishable by death. The lawmakers issued a statement saying they will, quote, not be intimidated. Police in Wisconsin are searching for a woman who was convicted in the Slender Man stabbing case. Morgan Gazer was 12 years old when she and another girl stabbed a classmate 19 times, who nearly died, reportedly to please a fictional horror character called Slender Man. Both girls pleaded guilty, but were sent to state mental health facilities. Gazer, who is now 23, was granted conditional release earlier this year, but investigators say she cut off her ankle monitor and left a group home in Madison Saturday night. Gazer was last seen around 8 p.m. last night with an adult acquaintance. Her whereabouts are still unknown. Many cases of lung cancer are being missed under current U.S. screening guidelines. A new study from Northwestern Medicine finds the U.S. Preventative Services Task Force guidelines excludes 2/3 of patients, especially women and people who have never smoked. Researchers suggest new guidelines expand screening for people ages 40 to 85. The Monroe Street Neighborhood Center is looking to help those in need with its annual Thanksgiving food giveaway. The center will pass out more than 200 baskets with turkeys and Thanksgiving sides. That's happening this Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Runners raced for a turkey and for a good cause this morning at the Toledo Roadrunners annual Turkey Trot Prediction Run. The 5K brought almost 100 runners to Ottawa Park this morning. Runners closest to predicting their run time won a turkey, perfect for the start of the holiday week. The club also collected monetary and food donations for local food banks.
I know over time it's been like almost like half of a pickup truck type of thing. We've got some really good donations right now. I don't know, just that feeling of giving to others and wanting to help people. So that's the biggest part.
Several turkeys were given away to different age groups. To learn more about Toledo Roadrunners and maybe join a race yourself, you can go and visit their website. 20 families fighting a tough battle this holiday season went home today with toys to put under their tree. Colton Strong Kids, an organization that works to support families affected by childhood cancer, hosted their 2nd annual Santa's Helpers event. They raised over $25,000 to buy toys for the entire childhood cancer unit at a local hospital, helping to lift the financial burden of Christmas presents for kids of all ages. The organization was started by a couple who watched their son battle childhood cancer and wanted to be there for other families when they need it most.
We know firsthand that there's no journey like a childhood cancer journey, so to be able to bring joy and hope to families this holiday season, it's what our mission is.
And to be able to help out, it just brings a smile to our face, everybody in our organization, and it's really the true meaning of Christmas.
Organization leaders say any extra toys will be donated to a local children's center. Any family who may receive a diagnosis between now and Christmas will also be gifted toys. And finally, check this out. A North Carolina woman driving to work had something unexpected drop in. You might call it a catastrophe. A cat crashing through her windshield. Kimberly King has more on the story.
28-year-old Melissa Schlarb was traveling eastbound here on 74 coming this direction from her home in Robbinsville. She was heading into Cherokee to her bank job, traveling in the left lane. She says it unfolded in seconds. Wednesday was supposed to be a normal morning for Melissa Schlarb.
So I drive that road every single morning. I did see the bald eagle coming from a distance, and I'm not used to seeing them there. So I'm like, wow, that's amazing.
Seconds later, this.
I realized it had something with it. Once I realized it was a cat that it barely had a hold on it, and it dropped it right on my windshield. It sounded like a bomb went off.
Okay, you may not believe me, but I just had a bald eagle drop a cat through my windshield. And it absolutely shattered my windshield.
I could see the cat in my passenger seat. I have guts all over me. There's glass everywhere. Thankfully, the cat was dead long before it ever hit my windshield. I could tell its insides were outside. A sheriff's deputy pulled up just to check on me, and 2 wildlife officers pulled up as well.
Melissa called her insurance.
You're going to be the talk of my entire division for quite a while. She's like, we never hear stories like this. But of course, insurance is a battle, so I'm trying to get them to, help me out.
She feels fortunate that the cat landed on the passenger side windshield instead of hers, giving advice to anyone out on the road.
Just definitely keep your eyes peeled. Even the things you don't expect to happen, they will.
Melissa so far is frustrated with her insurance company. They've told her so far that the tow will not be covered. She says she's going to keep calling back with the hope that at least the windshield will be covered in this freak wreck. Reporting from Bryson City, Kimberly King, News 13.
Maybe cats don't have 9 lives after all. Weather forecast is going to feature the return of some warmer temperatures. We're going to be up in the 50s with highs that'll be milder than normal tomorrow. The cloud cover is going to be increasing though, so you can plan on a little more overcast skies. Temperatures over the course of your Sunday evening have generally been around 50 degrees. A little colder north and northwest, dropping down to the 40s. So it is going to be a mild one tomorrow, although some changes are coming our way for the week of Thanksgiving. There has been a little more cloud cover roll into the Great Lakes region. Perhaps you saw that beautiful sunset with those clouds painted in the sky. And to the northeast, some rain and snow showers across portions of New England. No precip for us to worry about just yet. However, there is going to be a storm system that rolls in on Tuesday. It is going to be a dry start to the week. More clouds Monday, featuring a mild feel with temperatures in the low to mid 50s. Starting off your morning, we're going to be in the low 30s. So the commute is going to be chilly with temperatures near to slightly above freezing. Into the afternoon, I am expecting highs that'll be climbing up into the low to mid 50s. So weather impacts. Things are going to change in a hurry after a dry Monday. Widespread showers are going to be likely into your Tuesday morning, and then the middle of the week turning breezy and much colder. By Thanksgiving, there could be a few snow flurries with a much chillier weather pattern. So let's break it down hour by hour. This storm is going to be moving in from the southwest of us, and it is going to produce widespread showers already before daybreak Tuesday morning. The morning drive on Tuesday is going to bring widespread rainfall, so make sure to have that umbrella and rain gear. Now, if you're hitting the road for Thanksgiving Tuesday afternoon, it is still going to be overcast, but rain is going to be a little more intermittent. And then Wednesday morning, another batch of showers. These ones are going to be very light, but it is going to be turning windy as a strong cold front sweeps through the area. That front is going to have some big impacts on our temperatures. After a rainy day Tuesday, Wednesday is going to be turning breezy and colder. And there's your Thanksgiving forecast, 34 the high temperature with a much chillier breeze. A 70% rain chance Tuesday, only a slim chance for a passing snow shower Wednesday and Thursday. And then into next weekend, we are monitoring a potential winter storm system that'll bring us a 40% snow chance on Saturday,